My name is James, and I am currently 24 years old. I have a pretty varied life, and I would like to share with you where it all started, namely with my mother-in-law and myself. This event happened in the middle of October. By that point, I was already set on a relationship with my girlfriend. I must admit that she possesses both intelligence and beauty. She is a slender, long-haired brunette. It so happened that this relationship was my first in my life. As a result, from the very beginning of our life together, we openly discussed and resolved issues that arose. However, despite our open communication on various topics, there was one intimate issue that I never brought up, and we couldn't resolve it. I just wanted something more. I believe this is a normal desire for any man, but given my partner's moral values, I refrained from discussing the topic. Nevertheless, it was October, and the time for light dresses had passed. It was gradually getting colder, and although it was relatively pleasant during the day, the evening winds reminded me to change into warmer clothes. One evening I went to the home of my mother-in-law, named Hannah, to pick up my wife's warm clothes. Given that we were living in a rented apartment, our future plans included getting our own place. Arriving at my mother-in-law's house, slightly intoxicated after meeting friends, I was mesmerized by her company. Let me briefly describe my mother-in-law. She lost her husband 8 years ago and hadn't had a new relationship since, despite being an attractive woman who clearly cared. When I met Hannah's mother-in-law at the front door, she noticed my interest in her. "You seem to really like me, son-in-law," she said unexpectedly. Caught off guard, I hesitated to reply. "Don't worry, I'm aware of my attraction," she reassured me with a smile. Even though I had already sobered up, I could smell the odor of alcohol emanating from her. No need to be embarrassed. I was just enjoying a little get-together with friends, and I brought a bottle of wine with me. As I entered the apartment and removed my shoes, she motioned for me to come into the living room. There, my mother-in-law set the table, and we began a conversation over wine. As the night wore on and the atmosphere grew warmer, Hannah continued to flirt with me. I called my wife and informed her that I would be spending the night at her mother's house, as I didn't have the energy to drive back home. Gradually, I started explaining to my mother-in-law that things were not going well between me and my wife in bed, and asked for her advice as an experienced woman. I poured my heart out to her. In response, my mother-in-law Hannah advised, "Actions speak louder than words, son-in-law. You have to show, not just tell." After a moment's thought, she agreed to help me once, but on the condition that I keep it a secret from her daughter. She then headed for the bedroom, leaving me puzzled. Suddenly, she called out to me, "Hurry up, son-in-law. Why are you standing there?" I quickly followed her, and that's when everything happened at our place. The next morning, I woke up feeling uneasy about the night before. From the kitchen came the aroma of scrambled eggs that Hannah was cooking. She greeted me by saying, "Breakfast is ready. You're a quick learner, son-in-law. Maybe you will visit me sometime, more than once, for I am lonely and can teach you a lot." I could not refuse her offer. Saying goodbye to my mother-in-law, I realized that my life was about to change dramatically, and the most important thing was to keep it all secret from my wife.